Hey, how's it going? I'm Dan Fredenberg, and this is Improve at Chess Review. I'm here with my boy Cheat Code. This first game, it's a bullet game, even though it says it's blitz. We're going to see how that works. It starts off with d4. If you have anything to say, just go ahead and say it. It says it's going to turn into a Trompowsky attack. So this is a queen's pawn opening, which they tend to be a little bit more aggressive, and people tend to be not quite as prepared for this. But I'm probably going to do the King's Indian defense. I'm black on this one. Okay, so he comes out with the bishop, and like that's interesting enough. He's targeting this c7 pawn with that sort of, but like not really. But anyway, so that one here, that's an unusual move to get this sort of thing. Is that like some sort of French?
No, it's just not that good in general because what would be better would be knight c3 and then e4 to maybe go for the knight on f6.
Okay, so you said knight to c3. I was trying to catch up.
Yeah,
and then
instead of pushing it up one, the pawn wouldn't have been moved anyway.
Yep.
So then you push it up two and then another one.
Yep. Okay, so all right, so there you go. And so basically putting pressure on that. Okay, so then next up what happened, okay, so this is still typical development because it's called fianchettoing, or we like to say fianchetto or cheeto, the pawn, and then we have over here we go to okay, the opponent brings the bishop out, and that's not really doing anything, is it? Okay, but I castle with black there, and then he ends up going. So that's actually kind of a smart move, right? Because now that I've castled, he's going to try and do a pawn rush on the h side.
Yeah.
So okay, so I push to basically slow that whole process down. It's also kind of neat because if he does still push, I not only have the ability to take with the knight with backup, but I could also push my other pawn ahead and threaten the bishop. But yeah, and he does it. So then I push so that, of course, that threatens that bishop. So that's not where he wants to be. That is a ridiculous move.
It's not that ridiculous because then he can push the h pawn and then it threatens the bishop.
Okay, yeah,
That's
I get
pretty
that.
cool.
Oh, and
Yeah.
he did that. Okay, but I can hide it back there, which is one of my favorite little tricks. Okay, so he's getting quite aggro at this point. All right,
Which
so
is scary.
right. So okay, so then swinging that knight around there. I'm not sure what I'm planning on gaining for that. Oh yeah, it's to block the pawn, which we don't want that putting me in check and then having to take a walk with my king. And then sliding over here, I don't see what that's setting up for either. But of course, this is bullet, so you're going to do. It actually says it's a blunder, so it says it
No,
doesn't.
it's an accuracy, not a blunder.
Really, it's got a question mark and an exclamation point, which
Yeah,
is normal.
blunder is two question marks.
Oh, okay. So there you go. All right. So then G4 to threaten my bishop and back up his
Yeah.
bishop.
I like that move.
Okay, and then here to dislodge that bishop. That's
And it activates your rook too.
right. Now that rook is staring at this knight right here. Okay. Next up, so he takes the pawn. I take the knight, which is a good trade for me. Okay. So now he threatens my knight. I run away.
And at this
Take
point, black has a very decisive advantage, as the computer says.
Yeah, right, exactly. You can speak up a little bit so the microphone can hear you a bit better, but yeah. All right, so next up. So then I put that up there. It doesn't hate it.
He's probably gonna push the d pawn though. Okay, never mind.
Okay, yeah. So that's not a great move because the queen blocks off everywhere that knight can go, and this
Yeah.
knight also has extra backup, and so is this
Yeah,
so is
but
this
there,
rook.
there is that pawn on g5, so you can't go knight f6.
Right. Okay. So
at
knight
this-
here is not so great because I'd lose it to the pawn,
Yeah.
but then his structure would be obliterated. But yeah. All right. So then I destroy the pawn chain.
Yeah.
Okay. I reveal an attack on his queen. He catches it and moves out of the way. I take that pawn further, obliterating that pawn chain. He hides over here. This is where it gets fun.
But
So
you just sacked the pawn.
uh,
Oh, it's check. Never mind.
yeah, it's also check. which is really sweet. And now that rook is pinned, so when I do that and he takes and I take to promote,
Nice.
the rook is pinned, so the only way to block is with this queen, but that's not going to matter because the
Checkmate.
sliding over here is checkmate. So that's a fun little punchy one. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Watch more episodes on chesswithinvestors.com, and if you want to appear on the show, you can see the instructions to connect with me on LinkedIn at the bottom of the page. See you next time. Bye.